Namaste, guys. Robin here with Oracle Rising. How's it going? So, guys, I've done at least one video on empaths, and I wanted to do probably a couple more, but this one is how a lot of empaths get triggered, and a lot of people don't even know that they're empaths. So if you're watching this and it sounds like somebody else's reactions, you might want to let them know. I myself did not know I was an empath until I stumbled across this group on Facebook. It was called Empaths for Beginners. And I was like, oh, that's so me. And then there's these tests online. You can just Google empath test and then take it, and you can see what kind of an empath you are and what your sensitivity Richter scale is. So it's pretty cool. And I remain to be an empath, and I've awakened a couple of my friends to being empaths just because I've talked about my own, I want to say issues, but symptoms, right? So here are 7 triggers for empath overload. Okay, and this one, I feel this one so much, feeling rushed. If I have to go somewhere and it's getting down to the wire, or I'm waiting for somebody else, you want to see somebody turn into a hot mess right away, like start getting super anxious and really start like just basically planning out everything that can go possibly wrong, right? Like, what about traffic, and oh, my outfit, and what's taking you so long, and just like the hot sweats and really getting super anxious. I don't like feeling rushed. So if you don't like feeling rushed, and then there's a couple of these other things that sound like you could probably be an empath. So feeling rushed, don't rush me. I'm always early. There's a reason for that. Like, I'm usually 10 to 15 minutes early so that I don't have this empath meltdown, So second one, large groups of people. Oh, public transit, what a nightmare. I was in New York visiting one of my friends a few years ago, and we were on the subway, and I was like, are you kidding me? There's so many people, and going to Times Square and just everything about New York, there was so many people. But at least, contrary to what people say, New Yorkers were pretty well mannered, right? But large groups of people, if I'm going to an event, let's say like a sporting event or a music event, I get really stressed out unless I'm with somebody that I really, really trust. And I don't like going to these things by myself. I like to meet somebody, ouch, oh, anyway, outside of the event and walk in with them, basically so that I can be protected by their aura. And if it's another empath, then we'll probably just be sobbing the whole time. But large groups of people and me, hard no. Arguments. This doesn't even have to be an argument that I'm involved in. Listening to people argue. Like yesterday morning, I was getting ready to start shooting some videos, and there was people outside arguing. Hello, it's 7:30 in the morning. And right away, I was like, well, do I call 911? I was just really like that flight or fright energy. Like, oh, what do I do? And if I'm in an argument, end of story. Like, I'm an Aries and I'm Irish, and if you're gonna pick a fight with me, you better be ready to step to it, right? Because I just bristle right up to protect myself. And I think a lot of people are gonna be like that as empaths, because you've got this really gentle soul within you, and you're either going to like break down or you're gonna step up. So arguments are a huge trigger. And after an argument, if I was in one, I'll probably go cry for 24 hours and then not talk to people for a few days. Although this hasn't happened in a while, because I have gained some strengths in negotiating with people and putting space in between me and somebody that has something to say, and ask them to calm down before they come at me, right? So loud noise. Anyone? Loud noise. Like, especially a loud, repetitive noise, but, just on your last nerve, feeling really, really frazzled. So what can you do about that? I have a really good tip, you guys, actually, because I was at a lunch and I was talking about how my neighbor likes to play hip hop music and rap music, which I don't care. Like I kind of enjoy that music anyway, but it's got such a loud bass and it's throbbing, right? And I think this gets to a lot of people. So he actually suggested a boombox, or not a boombox, but a subwoofer. And I just got one, I think it was like 35 bucks. I got a subwoofer. And then you can play white noise, but it has to be on a subwoofer. There's something about it. If you just play it over your laptop speakers, it's not going to have the same effect, but it cuts out that continuous thumping sounds, and it works for other sounds in the background too. Loud noise, you guys, can be like a huge trigger. So you can use like variations of noise, like white noise, pink noise, brown noise. There's a lot of different options out there. If you live in an environment where it's tough to sleep because there's a lot of ambient noise, like in a big city, you could try sleep headphones with white noise. I have those in my nightstand just in case I ever need to block out people. But I moved to a pretty quiet neighborhood right now, so I'm doing okay. But I generally have that subwoofer playing most of the time, because if a car drives by with really loud music, at least it'll block out lots of it. And sometimes I just have to leave, you know, because it's just driving me crazy and there's just no way to avoid it. So hopefully those are some helpful tips for you guys, you know, with the loud noise thing. And you can always ask people to be quiet too, but I find that most people don't care. But anyway, the fifth thing I have here, you guys, is low blood sugar. So I have a really funny story about that. So I was with my friend, the same one that I visited in New York, and we were driving around, and I was like, okay, I need to eat something, you know? And he noticed kind of a change in my personality from sweet country girl to, you know, the werewolf from London. So he was like, wow, we better get you to a drive-through right now. Like, things just start to really, I don't feel the same. Like, I have to eat, and this might be a good tip for you guys too. Like, I eat at scheduled times, and also because I have a thyroid problem, so I'm really into like balancing my blood sugar. I eat basically every 2 hours. Like, I have a piece of fruit in the morning, and then I have oatmeal, then I have lunch, and then I have a snack of usually like raw vegetables, then I have supper, and then okay, I have a great big bowl of popcorn every night, but I mean, it's grains, so it's all good. But this keeps my blood sugar really level, and it keeps me from having these spikes in emotion, right? So it might be something for you guys to investigate if you notice, like, when you start to get hungry, you're not the same person anymore. There's that famous chocolate bar commercial that I just so thought was hysterical, because I was like, I felt that so much. I could have been in that commercial. Why wasn't I? Number 6. Parties and gatherings. Wow. You know, getting ready for these events, even, well, almost especially if it's family, I just start cringing, and then I go so far as to picture my Irish exit. Like, how do I get out of there? I'm not even there yet. I'm not even dressed. And I'm starting to plan, like, how do I get out of this thing? And I'm envisioning things going wrong and people arguing with each other, and my family's like that. But anyway, I don't like big groups of people, you know, so this can be a real stressor. I just picture everything that can go wrong, because I just feel everybody's energy coming in there, you know. So for me, like, at this stage of my life, I have the option of who I allow into my environment. So unless you've got a calm, clear energy to bring to me, yeah, you can text me, you know. So guys, you have to be really aware of your triggers so that you can minimize them. And it's okay for you to say no. It's okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be there. There's too many people. And you don't have to explain yourself. Or you can explain yourself and say, you know what, that's just going to really frazzle me out. Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'll see you back next time, and offer an option. You know, maybe you and I can do lunch at a drive-through, you know, and then go sit in a park where it's quiet. But yeah, loud voices, I mean, and then loud music, and then just, it's too much for this girl. And then the 7th one, you guys, this one, fake people. You cannot lie to an empath, because we already feel your energy as you come on board. You know, I'm standing online, and my stomach starts to like roil back up into my body, and it feels like it's gonna touch my spine, because some like really, really creepy dude just came to stand beside me, and I just get like flashes of what he's doing with his life, and it's not good. It's kind of like that movie with, I can't remember the name of it right now, but maybe it'll come to me. Or if you guys think of it, put it in the comments. But do you know what I mean? Fake people, or like the fake happy person, or, you know, the two-faced person. I already see you coming. Like, my higher self sees you coming. My gut sees you coming. Just don't even bother. And I don't have a poker face. I don't have the type of, you know, visage where everything's cool and I'm gonna fake it back at you. That's not my style. And empaths, you're probably not good at it, because everything that you're feeling is gonna show up on your face, which can be really like not that great during job interviews or maybe on a date or whatever. But you know what your option is? To bounce. You just get out of there. If you're like, excuse yourself, you can do it nicely or rudely or whatever works for you, depending on the individual that is presenting themselves to you in that moment. You know, I just walk away. If it's somebody like that, like, I'll get this stuff later, or I'll go stand in another checkout line, but I can't stand next to this right now. This energy, this negativity, it felt really like evil to me. And some people I'll feel like overwhelmingly sad, you know, because as an empath, you're going to pick up all the energy from the people around you. So it's really important to keep people that are on the same vibration as you, that are at least not fake, and at least like not using other people. You know what I mean? So be very selective who you let into your world, you guys. And I just saw angel number 1221. So, and really protect yourself. Like, if you have to leave the house early so you don't feel rushed, do it. If you can avoid large groups of people, do it. You know, any of these things that can trigger empaths, and it's going to be different for different styles of empaths, or what kind of coping mechanisms you've brought on board in your life, and they can be different on different days too. So give yourself a break. Don't expect too much from yourself. And if you suspect you're an empath and you don't know what to do about it, then go and join a social media group, because you'll see that there's so much support from other empaths. You know, so guys, I hope this was really helpful, and I just want to send you guys love and light and many blessings. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.